Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Dominic Fragman here on Drum Talk TV, doing the Wicked Chops live thing. We are getting situated, making sure we are in all the right places and all the right upside downs and all that good stuff. And it looks like we are good to go. So, all right. Let's get started. Once again, I am Dominic Fragman. This is Drum Talk TV, and you are watching Wicked Chops Live. And it's a weekly thing we like to do to talk about practice ideas, creative ideas in drumming, music and the imagination, and my favorite practice tool that I have ever found, ever, the Wicked Chops Practice Pad by a Head. It is the world's tiniest drum pad, and it is awesome. Before we get too far into it, I'm gonna see what's going on here. Hello, Mike. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We are getting started doing the Wicked Chops live thing. Guess what? I'm gonna get started for real, by hitting the drums. So let's do it. All right, yeah, Johnny, we're doing it. I'm Dominic Fragman, and this is Wicked Chops Live on Drum Talk TV. Okay. It's getting tight in here. Let's see. How is everybody doing today? Let's see. I got this, I don't know if it's an update to my iPad or not, so I could sit here and check out the comments as they come in. And dang! There's a lot of, let's see. It's got it's difference. It shows everybody's coming in. Here we go. Let's see here. Mike from South Wales, thanks for tuning in. Hitting the drums. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Johnny Ray. Let's see who else is hanging out. Donna Burnett, how's it going? Let's see here. Reading those things. Come on, Dom. I'm sure I saw 2 more arms coming out of your back. Yeah. Hey, right on, Johnny. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love Billy Cobham. When I was a teenager, I stumbled onto Mahavishnu Orchestra, and that was sort of my introduction to Billy Cobham. And dang, he's something, and I love listening to him. And yeah, cool. All right, so I just want to make sure. Are you available? No, my girlfriend would be upset about that if I said that I was. But anyway, I am available here right now to answer any questions that you all might have about the Wicked Chops practice pad or about creativity and music and drumming. You know, tell me what's going on. Where are you from? What are you working on? Do you have any questions that I can help you out with? I do Stevie Ray and Jimmy. I don't know what you mean by that, but I'm a Jimmy man, I must say. Hendrix takes the cake for me on that one. But we don't have to get too far into it. Let's see, looking to get a damn good band. Well, I hope that you can snag a band, my friend. So anyway, again, if you have any questions about drumming or music and creativity or the Wicked Chops practice pad, I am here to help you out. What are you working on? Tell me what's going on. Right on, let's see here. Mike says the cymbal work was really sweet with such a light touch. Reminded me of Martin Drew. Thanks. Thank you, Mike. I don't know who Martin Drew is, so I guess I will have to give him a listen. It has been a goal of mine to work on the dynamics and getting around and spreading the sound out around the drums and have touch that also can vary with the surfaces that you're navigating and bring out the tone. So when you play the cymbals in one way with one dynamic, which is typically a little bit more hard, especially if you're in the rock things or grew up that way, you don't get all the tones you can get out of them. You kind of get a monotone thing happening with your cymbals. So I love to apply those dynamics here. Right on. Johnny's in the Portland area. I'm on the East Coast. I'm in Maryland. Hey, Don, how's it going? Oh, Oscar Peterson's drummer. Right on. Gotta dig some Oscar Peterson. I'll take it. So anyway, one of those things as far as getting dynamics and different tones on the cymbal is something that I have really been able to get into and benefit from by working it out on the Wicked Chops practice pad. Because the Wicked Chops practice pad helps me with all those things: speed, power, precision, the dynamics, and the tone. And one of the ways that it does it is pretty obvious. The pad is tiny. It's probably the smallest practice pad I've seen, and that's available on the market anyway. And because it's so tiny, it requires you to focus. The Wicked Chops practice pad, well, let's say this: most practice pads available on the market are somewhere between about 14 inches, which is more close to the size of a drum, to about 8 to 6 inches. So the Wicked Chops practice pad is 1.5 inches of playing real estate. And because it's so small, it will require you to focus while you're playing on it. And because you are more focused while you're playing on it by the simple nature of it being small and you having to pay more attention to what you're doing, as a result of that increased focus in your practice time will be more focused. And you will therefore get more out of your practice time. You're not going to be able to talk on the phone or look at YouTube videos and do stuff like that while you're playing, especially not at first. You're going to have to really pay attention to what you're doing. So you're gonna get that speed, you're gonna get the power, you're gonna get the precision and the dynamics and the tone and the mistakes, and you're gonna be more in the zone and more focused, and you're gonna really refine them. So let's see here. Please let me know if you have any questions. Brad Burge is in the house. What's going on? Thank you for being here, Brad. Brad is very adept on the practice pad, and he can, he's got a lot of benefits out of it. Howdy, Jeremy from Wisconsin. Hi, hey Don. When you move so fast on the kit, how can I relax and not be so stiff? Don wants to know. The answer is I get a lot of that from the Wicked Chops practice pad, Don. And please let me make sure I don't miss anybody. Things are happening quickly here, but yeah. So really, one of the pad requires you to relax. So when you release that tension physically, you release it mentally, because you need both. You have to be loose in your body. I think technique development is such a unique thing from person to person. You have to feel where your body is comfortable. I have worked a lot on posture. I have tuned into my breath when I'm playing, and high stick heights, very slow, will help you. The space in between the notes, paying attention to it, will help you. And just put it in your mind that that's what you want, is to be relaxed. Think about if you're just in a comfortable position, a strong comfortable position, and don't put that tension in when you go to move. And if you got to go slow at first to achieve those things, you got to go slow. Same thing with the pad. When you first get the pad, you're going to be moving very slowly on it, because you're not going to be able to burn at first. It's going to be hard. You're going to have a lot of slop in what you're doing, but you're going to be able to tune in, because you're going to be, remember, the tiny size of the pad requires you to focus. And when you're more focused, you're going to be able to refine what you're doing more. And what it has also done for me is, in that focus space, to try to get relaxed so I can develop the stick heights and go through all the stickings and make sure they're all even. I've been able to tune in to my body, get more focused, pay attention. Am I carrying tension in my thighs, my wrist, or my neck, or my lips even? And start to set my mind on releasing that in my shoulders, in my butt, and trying to make sure that I'm relaxed. And those are some of the ways you really have to bring your attention to it if that's what you want to do. Slow down, refine the motions, get yourself a Wicked Chops practice pad, tune in, and start to relax. So, cool, I got friends there, Carolinas, Georgia, Florida, Georgia. Nice. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, so, let's see. So, Chris said, can't you draw a circle on the size of a $50 pad you already own like I did years ago, save yourself some cash? Sure, Chris, you can draw a circle on a larger surface, but you're never going to know if you play outside of it. You're going to hit outside of it, and you're going to keep on playing. When you hit outside of the playing area on a Wicked Chops practice pad, you're going to miss, or you're going to click, and you're going to know. You're not going to get that from a circle drawn on a bigger surface. So, yeah, but people do ask that. And the answer is it's very different. And so I suggest checking it out, giving it a run. So Brad's already in there. Sure you can, but you are missing the ability to practice precision. How do you know if you missed a circle drawn? So there you go. How about that Bonham kid, John Bonham kids? I met him and friends with his son. Yeah, he can. It's nice. You can get a gig when you're born into it. No problem, Don. Yeah. So this is some of the stuff with the relaxation and the focus that I have been able to sort of tune into better. These aren't things that you can't do. Just like this guy says, yeah, in the end, if you draw a circle on a practice pad and you're damn sure and always sure you're playing right in it, I guess you're going to do that. But when you're required to, it's different. And your technique, you must have it be sort of in the way that you have refined it to be that comfortable so that you can execute on the pad. And you can actually play ideas instead of just patterns, like paradiddles, especially paradiddles with an accent on the first note. These are just patterns we're ingraining. You know, just playing doubles, paradiddle diddles, or 6-stroke rolls. Yeah, so, or 5-stroke rolls. Or variations of that go through those long rolls. But when you want to get into being able to play flowing, the pad has helped that relaxation and tuning in. Like a tap dancer. So you actually have musical phrasing and ideas coming out of it instead of just... That's something to practice as well. It's all something to practice, but remember to keep in your mind that musicality of phrasing and breathing and fluidity is something that you have to put focus on as well. You're not going to get that by just running your rudiments down. So we could do together to get better, and what could we learn at his starting level? I think that you could do a lot of things. I think it depends on what you really want to do. Do you want to be on the drum set learning, or do you want to be, you know, working on stuff together with just your hands? There's certain ways that you might go about breaking it down that I have, Jeremy, I would love to hear more about what you have going, like what your levels are and abilities are. I mean, I obviously a 4-year-old son, but I'm not good on drums. These are things, so just getting to do echoing each other. Don't worry about the traditional knowledge of, oh, I have to play like this and I have to do these things and know this information before I can make music. That's not true. You can assemble sounds without knowing all the theoretical knowledge behind it. So just start to echo each other. Play rhythms and speak. Use the music as a communication, just as it was developed primally. And I think you'll find a lot of joy in that. So, but to also technically begin to develop, you know, we have to work on repetitive motions. Repetitive motions either right here or in your feet, or you know, moving around a drum set. And those repetitive motions, you have 2 arms. Think of the different combinations you can do. 1, 2, 1, 2, run after another, alternating 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I could do one. There's variations of that. I can do 1 stroke on each hand. I can do 2 strokes on each hand. I can do 3 strokes on each hand, 4 strokes, 5 strokes, etc. 1 stroke on each hand is a single stroke roll. 2 strokes on each hand is a double stroke roll. And those are 2 of the foundational rudiments that will help you build all kinds of stuff. Here, I'll play some things on the drums that primarily is using that kind of information. Oh. It's all really basic when you start to break it down. So let's try... single stroke rolls and double stroke rolls. And then you start putting together combinations. And start putting it together in phrases. You know, like... So you can see, sorry, it's tight in here. You can see what I mean. Okay. So I just go back through here with you. Am I missing any questions? Get that! Chris DiChiara is in the house. Chris is in the premier Navy band of the world, the percussionist and a good friend of mine. How's it going, Chris? Good to see you. I guess I do need a vocal mic one of these days. But anyway, you can see that those are those particular things, as you can see here, based in doubles and singles, and really any combination. For me, I've watched some Max Roach drum clinics, Tony Williams drum clinics, Philly Joe drum clinics, where and more, where people talk about, instead of the 26 classical rudiments and 42 hybrids and all the hundreds of other ones. Love you too, man. All these other patterns that you have to ingrain, that it's really just built off of these basic fundamentals of singles, doubles, and maybe drags and flames. So yeah, you can get into all those things on the Wicked Chops practice pad. You can play anything that you can think of. I used to think that I wouldn't be able to execute everything that I can play on the pad. I used to think that I would need a bigger pad. And now I don't play on anything bigger than this. So it is a fantastic tool for all levels of players. I came to the pad with about 17 years of experience already, which included school and lessons and all that. And it kicked my butt. And I benefited a lot from it. Hello, Dorian. Thank you, Jeremy and Dorian. Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, check it out. Just try to play very simple things and echo each other. And I would do the same thing whether or not you're sitting here doing it on your legs with each other, or you pick some of the drums and make noises on them that you like. That's what I would do. But yes, so I want you guys to know that I do this about it every week. So sometimes I've been pretty busy here this year, which is kind of odd paradox in a way, but I actually became the host and sort of producer and everything man of a podcast and YouTube video series called Progress Culture, where I have a group called the Spirit of Innovation and Freedom, who is gaining recognition as making a new sound in music. And we talk about music and creativity, but we are filming in an airplane hangar, and we often talk to people in aviation. This week on Tuesdays we film. This week I had one of the conceptual designers of the F-16 in for the show. So yeah, we put that out every Wednesday as a podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and wherever else. And we put it out every Thursday on YouTube as Progress Culture On Screen. And every Friday there's music. for Progress Culture Sessions. And every Monday, just find me. You know what? Find me on Facebook. Find me on YouTube. I'm Dominic Fragman. I put out about 3 videos a week, and I do Wicked Chops Live here. And if you have any questions, would like to get in touch with me, you can find me, Dominic Fragman, on my Facebook artist page, my YouTube page. If you Google me, you'll find me. But anyway, I appreciate you guys being here. Nice. Hello, Lily. Yeah, I play guitar in the spirit of innovation and freedom, actually. So, fellow guitar players, me and Lily here. Thank you guys for watching. I tell you what, please let me know if you have any further questions about whatever. I'll do my best to answer whatever you ask. Tell me what you're working on, or if you have problems with your left hand that you'd like to address. I've been trying to address problems in my left hand for a long time. So, I'll tell you what, I'll take another solo real quick. And if nobody has any questions, I will bid you adieu. And hopefully see you again sooner than not. So, let's do it. Sheesh. All right. Oh. All right. Really struggling with this setup here today. So, does not seem as if we had any further questions. Right on, Jeremy. Thank you, Lily. And dang, I shouldn't even try. Thank you, guys. All right, so that's it. No questions. I got no answers. I appreciate you all watching. Thank you for being here. My name is Dominic Fragman. I do this Wicked Chops live on Drum Talk TV almost every week. So look for me. You can find me on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Facebook artist page. Excuse me. I put out videos about 3 times a week that you can find on my Facebook page and my YouTube page. And I'll be recording a record soon with master drummer Paul F. Murphy and poet Jerry Carroll with my group, The Spirit of Innovation and Freedom, which is featured on those videos and is being sort of gaining recognition as making a new sound in music. So we'd love to see you guys. We'd love to see you for the podcast Progress Culture. We'd love to keep up with you doing the Wicked Chops live thing. So please get in touch. I'm available for lessons online and in person, if that's a thing that even happens anymore. So, thanks again for being here. Much love, and we'll see you next week. Alright, I don't even know where I'm going. This way. See ya.